Welcome back in, everybody, to the Nexus Gaming Series. My name is Bahamut. We find ourselves here on Battlefield of Eternity. I'm sorry, this lobby issue has been an absolute nightmare. I'm so confused. I don't know what's actually going on right now, so I'm just gonna start casting and pretend like I don't see anything, because it's been a lobby, everybody. Let's go ahead and find out how we got to Battlefield of Eternity. Home team this evening is going to be the members of Clouded Minds. They won the coin flip, opting for first pick priority for game number 1. Dragonshire and Hanamura were banned out by them. Cursed Hollow and Tomb of the Spider Queen were banned out by the members of the 9 Avatara. We have them choosing Battlefield of Eternity as map number 1, so let's go ahead and get back into our draft and see what happens here. As we have a Raynor Artanis on the left-hand side to be banned out, and a Garrosh to be banned out on the right-hand side, but we don't know what just yet. Clouded Minds got this, you think so? Also, we did have a little bit of a cheer, which I meant to resend, so thank you so much, Tigerfish. Very loud.
Clouded Minds.
Thank you so much, Tigerfish, for the 100 biddies. Very much appreciated. Li Ming will be banned out as they don't want to deal with her race potential on this map. We are going to be seeing just a lot of race heroes as well as the aggression from Garrosh to be removed, but Diablo will be the first pick on this left-hand side. They are going to be having a lot of good aggression with that, but a snap pick onto the Joanna to immediately come out already, as well as they'll be able to blind and also control the enemy team fairly well. Blessed Shield is going to be a good way to also stop the Diablo from maybe encroaching onto them if they are able to rip that before anyone steps in, and a Decker Kane will be coming out as well. So they're going to pick out their main healer and main tank in this, as we are going to be able to have a strong lock-in for the members of the 9 Avatara. Members of Clouded Minds are going to have this Diablo right now. Synergistically, you go Greymane here immediately. And, okay. and this is just me as of late, but I'm leaning more into Rhaegar. I know Rhaegar is like less of the hotness because for some reason he's no longer meta, even though he was meta for so long, but then all of a sudden he's not. I know Gladiator's War Shout was changed by 50%, so you went from, not even 50%, like you went from a 16-second Bloodlust at level 20 to a 12-second Bloodlust at level 20, and people were like, it's just trash now. And I'm like, I don't know about that. So either way, dive-heavy compositions with Bloodlust to Rhaegar just seem very good, and on a map like this, I think it can be very synergistic and strong as well. But they're going to go for the Stukov regardless. Ana was banned out, which is a bit of an odd ban on the right-hand side for the members of the 9 Avatara, since they do already have the support for the members of Clouded Minds. They really wouldn't be looking for an Ana. I doubt that they're a Stukov Ana. Like, if they were going to double support here, it would have been like Karazim and Ana or something like that. But since we have the Stukov, I highly doubt we'll be seeing this Ana being picked up. Rexar to be grabbed as well as a Tychus. Some decent shredding with the Tychus. Rexar is quite the nuisance in the top lane as well. I forgot.
Support, I love him. Let's go, boys.
I'm sorry. I forgot that I have a new alert. Hold on. And I was like, what is this? Just... Oh my god, it's just so good.
I love him. Let's go, boys.
Yeah, I don't get it. Just because it isn't Ancestor Healing doesn't mean it isn't really... Yeah, I don't know. Like, Rhaegar, I think, is just still strong, but I think people just see him that since he got slightly nerfed, he's not good. I know Decker Kane is the hotness, though, and still is because of Ruby value, but Tassadar will round things out for the right-hand side. Arthas Jane on the left-hand side were the last two for them, so Arthas into Rexar will be interesting. They should be able to build up their stacks into Frozen Tempest if they do go into those. Overall... I like the draft for Clouded Minds a little bit better. I'm excited to see how the late game works out for the side of the 9 Avatara, mostly because the Rexar Tassadar value. I think those are just two really strong heroes overall when it comes to this draft, and especially on this map for just control, as well as the burst from Tassadar. Tychus, I feel like, is kind of just sly with a lot of the damage that they can just pull out here and there. So we'll have to see what happens here. Either way, thank you all for joining me for our final best of 3 of the evening. We have Clouded Minds on the left and the 9 Avatara on the right. This will be a Division D West matchup as we are loading into Battlefield of Eternity. Thank you for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Sorry for the slight delays. We had a couple production issues, but we are on our feet. We are ripping and ready to go. So let's go ahead and get on into Battlefield of Eternity for game number 1.
Prepare
On the left-hand side, we got the members of Clouded Minds. We've got Tetcher on the Arthas. Ruffian is going to be on the Jaina. Trill is going to be on the Greymane. Star Knight will be on that Stukov. And KC Court on the Diablo. Talk about Skinnergies. On the right-hand side, we got the members of the 9 Avatara. We've got Universe on the Joanna. Gecko is on that Tychus. Genghis Khan will be on the Tassadar. Zack will be on the Deckard Cain, and we've got Maharaba on the Rexar. Let's get into bottom lane, check out our level 1s, and see what our first engagement will be looking like. Tassadar is going to be going into the Shock Ray at level 1, building that up. Excuse me, the Static Charge at level 1. Shock Ray is their base ability. But also to note, you have the Deckard Cain with the Field Study from level 1. Bird of Prey for the Rexar. I wonder if we see auto attack base build. There was actually... trying to think back, it was last night, and I don't remember which matchup it was. I want to say it was our first best of 3, and it was the Regen versus Running Wild, where I believe they played a Rexar into the top lane with this auto attack base build. I think it was Aaron was playing that, and they were able to just 1v1 into this Leoric insane post level 13, because you basically get this auto attack speed buff, and Misha can continue to keep that buff going in your favor so long as they're autoing into a hero, and all you have to do to get that buff is basically land your Bird of Prey, which is not Bird of Prey, your Spirit Swoop. So just a little thing like that. Well, we'll keep an eye on the talents as they do progress, but this is going to be the dive onto Gecko. There's going to be a lockdown from the Deckard Cain. Trill is going to be trying to dive in, but they're not able to find enough damage for a kill just yet. I'm going to turn down my little mixer really quickly just so I don't get feedback into my mic, because I think there was a little bit coming back into that. Regardless, peeking back into the top lane, we are just seeing this Rexar holding the lane. Arthas doing their best to just deal a little bit of damage here and there, but they're also freezing this lane as best as they can. Did go into the... not Howling Blast at level 1. They went into the Frost Presence at level 1, right? Frost Presence? Yeah, there you go. I always feel like that's the level 4. KC Court very out of position right now. Is going to get shredded by Genghis Khan, but there's a lot of damage being dropped by Jaina, and Ruffian actually doesn't dive in as Greymane uses their Gladiator's Medallion to back out right there. I think they were a little worried about potential counter CC coming into them, but Jaina actually, if they made that aggressive rotation with Greymane, they would have locked in at least 1 kill, because there were 2 members who were quite low right there, and just from the Jaina burst and the Ice Lance and everything she has in her kit itself and the Gilnean Cocktail, they should have been able to land a kill. Regardless, this will be a 0-1 kill game in favor for the members of the 9 Avatara beginning out right now, as this is also going to be our first objective phase announced in the next 20 seconds. So we'll have it up and available at the 3-minute mark in the game, but at 2:30, as most objective phases in Heroes of the Storm start at. There's a few that don't, like Blackheart's Bay. I don't know why I thought a Cursed Hollow is going to be like a 1 minute 30 if I'm not mistaken. You've got Braxis Holdout, which I believe is a 1 minute or a 1 minute 30, and then you have Dragonshire, which I know that one actually I think is actually 1 minute. That one's actually the lowest in the game, or it might have, you know what? I'm saying it confidently. I feel like I'm wrong. Regardless, there are going to be a few, but the vast majority of the objective phases in Heroes of the Storm will be announced at 2 minutes and 30 seconds and up and available at 3 minutes into the game. During this time, we're going to be seeing them grab Shaman camps or these Bruiser camps for the bottom lane on the left-hand side, and it will be in the top lane on the right-hand side. This is the natural path it will always go into. It doesn't swap lanes based on any sort of priority or structure value, unlike the Immortals. The Immortals on Battlefield of Eternity will always siege into the more well-defended lanes. So let's peek around really quickly. Let's see if we can give any good examples. So this is actually a great example. If the members of the 9 Avatara can win the objective phase, this will actually go into the bottom lane, because top lane has a little bit of damage onto the front gate and the tower, and the bottom lane has none. So that's just a way that it is defined. Now, race potential wise, it always starts out north and south as we just saw, and then it splits to this east and west race potential side. And when I say race potential, it means blues near the red side and reds near the blue side, or I guess you could say orange. Now we have them stepping in great force while coming out from Tassadar. There's going to be a Diablo Shadow charge in, but that's Jaina going down, Star Knight trying to back out. There's going to be Tetcher getting some value into the backline as Marahaba is doing their best to find some sort of kill into Star Knight, but now they're finding themselves on the far side of this engagement. They auto attack into the wall and they end up going down. An absolute confusing fight, because I was not like, Rexar was just really onto Star Knight. They really wanted that, but unfortunately Butt was a little too far behind the gate and they weren't able to get those axes into them, so they'll just stagger out deaths. It looks like Diablo's back now, as there's going to be 41 souls onto them. The Immortal phase is going to be raced between both the teams, but Gecko, you can't race this entire enemy team. They realize this. They're just taking some shielding off the Immortal, but this will be the members of Clouded Minds picking up the first objective phase with a fairly hardy shield. This is going to be going into the top lane. Let's take a peek at bottom lane really quickly, as there is a little bit of structure damage on that front gate. So just little things that you can take into your game and you can get value from as well. It might not be the biggest thing. You might be like, Bahamut, I already know this, but there might be one person in chat who's just like, today I learned. Today I learned what the priority is and how to predict that one. As well as, you know, you do have that first mortal phase of this game will always be the same standard pattern. It always will be north-south in the way that we saw, and then the east-west is going to be the other standardization. After this, it starts to randomize when it comes to their spawn locations as to where they also jump to when they go to their halfway mark. But this will be the front gate going down. The Immortal moving into melee ranges that did lose its shielding. Marhaba stepping really far out right there. There's going to be an awkward rotation for them. They're getting booted into the wall, and they're going to go down. Misha, Rex are down right there as they're going to find a bit more experience in favor of the members of Clouded Minds, and this Immortal won't take the fort, but it will be able to get quite a bit of damage on it, and they're going to be able to now burst through this top lane camp, and they'll be able to apply some more pressure up there as Tetra's down in bottom lane, consistently putting out pressure with their Arthas. Okay, but, Red team doesn't have anything really to raise, especially compared to Greymane. They should have focused heavily on defense and trying to win the initial team fight, you think? I think that's a good point, absolutely. Their race potential is very low, I agree with you. This composition, into me, leans exactly how you said it. And this is actually something that my friend used to say to me all the time. Casey Cord overextended for the fort right there. Diablo does go down to the Nexus forces, just slightly too OP, but this is actually a sentiment my friend used to say to me all the time, which was we'd be drafting a Battlefield of Eternity and we would basically draft a defensive composition, which this is a little on the defensive side, does have some race potential, but it is more kind of playing into the enemy team's fight and trying to set something up and finding a couple kills that way rather than trying to race and win out that faction. Right now, we actually have Gecko flanking into Tetra, but they're just so split from the team. They're actually going to take the long wraparound right now. Genghis Khan uses the Gladiator's Medallion, still gets hit by the Howling Blast, and they don't go down, but damn near close to it. And I'm saying they're playing this defensively, but even their defensive posturing is just, it's so scattered. I think Tychus is constantly looking to get in the backline to shred some of those higher health pool heroes, or maybe just anyone not trying to step into them, but I think they need to press face into the enemy team a little bit more aggressively on the side of 9 Avatara. While they are up in these kills, I feel like it's just because, as I was describing, the enemy team's making too many aggressive plays and their defensive posturing works out, but it's almost accidental. Like, I don't want to take anything away from the team, but there's a couple moments where, like Diablo, for example, in top lane, Diablo went down just because of an overextension. They could have easily backed off, but they were just punished because they stood there for a couple seconds too long. So it's a couple of those misplays that are coming out from Clouded Minds that in the late game could really start to change things over, because late game experience really will start to push you into the far end of the winning side, I guess you could say, or really was just push you up when it comes to the your overall gain. My whole point here is all moot because, or not moot, is confused because I'm looking at a Falling Sword from Joanna, and then we're seeing a Sindragosa from the Arthas, which is, I just couldn't think, like I looked up, I was like, really? Cindy's coming out? Okay. That is going to be the Acorn form from Genghis Khan as they're going to try and race against the enemy team. Unfortunately, they will not win that out at 2,762 shielding left in favor for Clouded Minds, as the second objective will go over in their favor, and this will push into bottom lane. Jaina finishing out the Fingers of Frost from level 1. That is going to give her mana return as well as a 10% spell power increase to frost-marked targets. Frost-bitten targets, I think that's the better way to say it. So either way, they're going to have a little bit of extra burst damage onto these enemy members, and that's always great for a team. Rexar going to stay into top lane, push out the lane a little bit further, and continually pull in that experience for the friendly side. Sindragosa coming out to lock down the tower. This is also going to be them at a disadvantage since Rexar's up there. We do have the Diablo Souls fully finished out. Casey Cord is going to help burn down the Draken Laser Drills. There's going to be a raw ring on the ground catching too, and they're going to go and be able to burst them down. And now, with the Immortal still fairly healthy, Clouded Minds are looking to push in through the bottom lane. Tetra going to take a big old burst to the face from that Shockwave from Tassadar. Force Wall to zone them back for a little bit. No Electric Fence, so no little bit of damage from that or slowing onto that, but the Immortal is going to be burning through this. They're all taking the sidewall out in this top. No, excuse me, they're just taking down the tower. I thought they were trying to go sidewall to step into this phase a little bit faster, but not going to be the case. Sindragosa will be down for the next 56 seconds, so stepping in this is a little on the cautious side, or a little on the hard side for them. Flailing Sight from the Stukov is going to make some room. Apocalypse comes out from the Diablo. That will be the Misha Bear going down. On the bottom portion of the screen, Tetra with 100 health is going to be able to back out. Universe so very low on the right-hand side. Pops their Iron Skin, and the Immortal will not be able to get the keep. It will remain with 1,600 1,641 health left as they could just go down over there and sneeze on it with a couple I think Stukov could hit it once because they slept for 418. Come on, Blizzard. Let Stukov scale to 420. Let's be honest. Giggle Schmack, thank you for the Twitch Prime. Thank you for the 3 months of support, my friend. Show some respect and appreciate Cindy, Mr. Caster. Look. Okay, you subbed. That's fair. I'll do that. Falling Sword doesn't make sense to me, given that they're not a divey team at all. I think the only reason that I'm thinking about the Falling Sword is to try and find a way into the back line. Typically, that's what a lot of Joannas end up doing when they don't feel like the Blessed Shield is going to work out for them because the front line's just too in the way constantly. Falling Sword is an opportunity for them to fall basically onto Jaina in the back line. That's my best guess. Like, to get into Stukov and to Jaina, who are going to be on that far side of the fight, Falling Sword is a good opportunity, but you've now literally split yourself from the friendly team and you have to walk through that side. It's an awkward spot to be in, but it does give you opportunities to also finish out the Subdue from level 7. You can be able to get that done since everyone will want to collapse around you when you do use that Falling Sword in the back line. But Syndra Ghost coming out, there's going to be the Falling Sword. Actually, is going to be right into KC Court. They end up walking back into the friendly side. They eat the Ring of Frost, but they have the Iron Skin up and available. That's going to be a whole big apocalypse onto a couple of Tassadar, Tychus, and Joanna all go down as they're looking at this top lane keep front gate. Flailing Swipe from Stukov to just make some more, just to add some zone for them. Or to create some zone, to create some space. There we go, words. They're going to go for this keep, but realistically, they could have actually bum rushed bottom lane and potentially just gotten the keep down there. They will confirm this, but this is just getting a little hairy here as a lot of members are getting close to respawning and their siege is starting to dwindle. I mean, I don't think Greymane's been on the keep for a little bit. They've actually been auto-attacking from a distance. In Worgen form, I think they'd have a little bit more siege, so they'll back off. And if they can get this Immortal phase, this should go into top lane keep due to the fact of what we learned earlier. 41 versus the 3,502. So it will go into the more well-defended lane, which will have the higher health pool keep. Looks like Greymane and Jaina to work on the Immortals. A couple members tap well and join back in on the side of Clouded Mines.
It is time for a change in strategy.
Curse Bullet. We did hear it go out. Didn't look like it connected onto anyone. Immortals on the defensive posture side. Top lane does have a decent wave already stacked up there, and this might actually push onto a keep front gate. Bottom lane does have a catapult, so if they stall this out, that will win over on time. Will win over slowly. Oh my god, sorry. I'm trying to watch this Rexar on the left-hand side. There's the Falling Sword from Universe, who gets a massive condemn, but that's a stale wall. Listen from the Decker Kane. There's an Apocalypse from the Diablo. Greymane is going to try and 1v1 into Rexar, who uses the Gladiator's Medallion, and this is more of a 1v3 as there's a triple Ring of Frost. I think it was actually a quad Ring of Frost right there, and they managed to find a double kill, quad kill off of that overall. Pentakill if you count the Misha Bear. Didn't get picked off, but does technically go down. And now they don't need Immortal. They could straight just go to core with 20 seconds on a couple of these players. This is actually an end opportunity, but I think a lot of teams are just like, well, it's a very close window. Here's the thing, though. They have Jaina, Greymane. They have some decent siege already right there. Greymane already going to split off because they know that they can take this in through top lane, and the Immortal already spawning into top lane. So since it's already been defined, they can just go ahead and take the keep itself, and this will push straight onto core with a fairly full shield. Charge from Misha will be missed. There's going to be the slow from Star Knight, not connecting either. Falling Sword onto 2 players. They're going to get into the Jaina. Shadow Charge from Diablo. Flailing Swipe from the Stukov. Draken Laser Drill comes out. There's a Howling, the Frost Presence from level 1 was finished out by the Arthas. Trilla so low does end up going down to the Tassadar. They do find that kill. Stay a while and listen, connecting onto 2. Unfortunately, Tychus gets picked off by the Arthas. Misha Bear getting some chain CC onto Tetcher. And now the Immortal stepping towards core does get the knockback really quickly, but they're all walking in with this Immortal. There's going to be the giant stuns and slows, the giant freezes on the ground as Misha finds a lot of damage into Stukov, who utilizes the Gladiator's Medallion but still goes down. Ring of Frost goes out. Going to connect onto 1. The Immortal is kind of peppering, not even peppering, just poking at this core, but it is starting to fall here as Diablo Shadow charged in. I thought I saw a Greymane dive in, but that's not true because they're down for the next 9 seconds. Immortal losing its shielding, moves into melee range, and this core is looking like it's starting to fall here. KC Court autoing in, as well as Arthas, who pops the Gladiator's Medallion, and that'll be game number 1 over to the side of Clouded Mines. GG. Well played. How do you call a .45 kill? It's a quad depend. There you go. It's a quad depend. The duh is the dot. GG Clouded. Giggle, thank you for the 3 months.
I will follow you to the end of the world.
Subscribed.
Show some respect and appreciate Cindy, Mr. Caster.
Okay. You subbed, so I will. Cindy had some good value there. All right, look at the talents really quickly while I make lobby. Do. All right, screenshot stats. Screenshot them stats. Back to Bandit Knife. Alrighty. Where are you? They added all the maps in, so now it's hard to see sometimes. Versus the 9 Avatara. Bop. Gotta love Cindy. No. I do love Cindy. I was just like, I was like, wait a minute. I don't know who Peanut Butter's team is on. They have a green icon, but it's not synergistic with the other team. Good. Sunday, damn it. Oh, good luck. Thanks for playing. Sorry for the murdering your name. Thank you for the follow. Sorry about that. For anyone wondering, let's talk about stream schedule really quickly because this could be our final game of the evening. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully we go to a game number 3. But either way, let's talk about stream schedule. Tomorrow night, no stream. I usually run tabletop for my friends. I am running tabletop for my friends. Friday, no stream because Saturday we'll be doing stream. We'll be doing we'll be doing Among Us with Day, Dids, Totsky, and all the cuties, and that'll start at 6 o'clock PDT. On Sunday, I will be casting in-houses with a special guest that starts at 2:30 PDT in the afternoon, so a little bit of an earlier stream. If you're in EU, that'll be 11:30 at night for you. And then at 6 o'clock on Sunday, we will swap over and we will be doing the Baja Ross painting stream. And we'll do at least, I think we're going to do 2 paintings. It just really depends on how long it takes us and how bad we suck. And how maybe many beers we have. Either way. That's gonna be that. So, thanks for hanging out. Yeah! Oh, Totsky, I need to message you, or you can tell me here. Do you want to be the one to stream on Saturday? Do you want to stream Among Us? Because I saw a couple people asking you. I don't have to be the streamer. You can be the one if you want to stream it. Doesn't mention cuties, but doesn't want to see Baja get canceled. Maybe don't mention cuties. Well, Ektar, come on, bud. That's no. No. We don't even need to bring that up. No. No. All right. Let's get into game, everybody. Oh, I pushed the button too soon. I didn't! Welcome in, everybody. Oh, wow, we just had a weird dip in all of our FPS, but we're fine. We're here. We're ready to go. Let's go ahead and get into Towers of Doom for game number 2, as we have found ourselves, well, in Towers of Doom, and as I'm totally not stalling to do all the map stuff that we totally did beforehand. The home team this evening is going to be the members of Clouded Minds. They won they won the coin flip for game number 1. They banned out Dragonshire and Hanamura. Cursed Hollow and Tomb of the Spider Queen were banned out by the members of the 9 Avatara. They chose to take us to Battlefield of Eternity for game number 1, and they lost that. The losing team can either choose first pick or map pick. They opted for first pick for game number 2, and that'll be Clouded Minds choosing to take us to Towers of Doom. Let's get back into our draft and see what we have unfolding as a Li Ming will be banned out. Multi-Twitch? We can both stream if we're feeling... Okay. Well, the big thing is I just didn't want to split viewers from you, Totsky, because I know you're working towards partners, so, like, if we can push everyone into your channel so we can get you partner. That's the real goal. That was the big thing. Like that's why I was saying it that way, because that way everyone just goes to your channel. I don't have to stream. I can take a night off and we can all hang out in Totski's channel. Just think about it. Let me know. You don't have to decide right now, but if you want to, you're more than welcome to, Totski. Ana on the left-hand side to be banned. Li Ming Garrosh on the right. Let's see. Ana so far banned out. They could actually ban out the Decker Kane if they don't want to deal with Zach's Decker Kane, because there were a lot of really good stay a whiles in that last game that had some turnaround potential, but they actually banned out the Joanna. Vita, how you doing, bud? How are you doing, my friend? No, Totski, we get you checkmark. Totski, we get you checkmark. That is goal for year. I have no more goals. I got my partner. I'm working at Wisdom. I'm working on CCL. Like, I'm a happy boy. If I can leave construction and do CCL full time, I would do it in that. We have ETC to be picked up on the right-hand side immediately. Not a bad hero overall. A lot of good harassment and control coming out from them. Mosh Pit's a great tool. Stage Dive is an opportunity as well if they want to go into it. But a Decker Kane Diablo will be the picks on the left-hand side, as they are going to be synergistic in the sense that you can have a lot of good setup or follow-up from the Decker Kane into the Diablo. I actually really love that Decker Kane can work in both ways, where it can set up the Diablo for an initial engagement, or it can set up the chain CC after Diablo jumps in. Sorry, excuse me. Does Bahamut know yet? Wait, what? Wait, what? What do I know? What? Bahamut? Does Bahamut know yet? What? What's up, Lazy Hydra? Chromie to be picked up on the right-hand side, Tychus as well. I like the Chromie here. A lot of good poke potential for them. ETC could look for a Mosh Pit. Chromie could find the Burst. That's really powerful for them. Commandeer Odin's a strong tool, but we did see them pick up Draken Laser Drill in the last game, so that might be the priority for them. We'll have to see if that's just, if it was map, excuse me. If it was map specific, or if it was, just, what they're feeling, sorry. Secret? Wait, what's secret? I want to know secrets. Vita. Sliding them DMs. Oh, okay. Anyways. Hey, Baha, long time no see. Hey, what's up, Power Up? How you doing, bud? How have your bronze games been going? You made it to silver yet? I know you've been stacking up and trying to get through those. Anduin on the left-hand side to be banned out. Jaina on the right. It actually works out really well because the Diablo... I mean, the Jaina in the last game was really strong. I believe it was Ruffian played that Jaina, and that was just terrifying. We do see a Sylvanas and a Zul, so I'm expecting Zul to be doing double soak rotations from top to mid, while the core 4 pushes bottom lane. They still need extra siege on that left-hand side. Greymane's up and available. Honest to God, grab Greymane on the side of Clouded Minds. Like... yeah, because the right-hand side, they still need a healer and they need a solo lane into the Zul. They need like a Leoric to match the clear potential of Zul, and then they need something, or a Dahaka. And they're gonna go Uther, so they're gonna go Divine Mosh with... I don't know what's happening. Doing good, doing good. Nice, nice. Are you still bronze, or did you climb out to the shinier silver hell? Sorry, they're asking for a remake and no one is leaving lobby. Dear Lord. Sorry, I'm sorry. My frustration's starting to show a little bit. Tonight's games have been a little bit on the difficult side organizationally, and it's just frustrating for me because I don't know. It just, yeah. Bronze rank 1. Well, you're getting there. You're close. You're close. Submitted one of those replays. Don't know if you cast those. I will cast them. We're getting close to a point where I can cast them. Maybe we'll do them on Monday. That sounds like, actually, you know what? Monday feels like a good day to do like replay cast or something. So maybe we'll do like a live game and then we'll jump into replays or something. I'm not sure. I believe if I ult F4 out of a lobby, it does cancel the lobby because I hope a caster does. If not, then they're in game and it's awkward. We're just loading back in. Oh, remember when I used to admin for you, Baha? Those were the days. Oh. Vita, don't remind me. I miss those days. That was so long ago. He was a boy. She was a girl. Can't make it any more obvious. I don't know why we're making it a whole new lobby, but apparently we're making a whole new lobby, so there's that. Okay, Star Knight is captain. Oh, because I didn't set draft mode, that's why. Star Knight is captain. There we go. All right. Those were the days, though, Vita. It's been an interesting development with Heroes of the Storm. It's been interesting to say the least. All right, we're getting into lobby, everybody. Let's redo our draft.
Towers of Doom.
Welcome on back in, everybody. Game. It's gonna be the same draft. We just have instead of a blaze, we have a thrall, so they should speed run right through this. So, yeah. How's everyone doing? We having fun with the games? Oh, these are good games. Just it's lobbies are a thing tonight. What did y'all think of the Final Fantasy stuff that came out today? I don't know enough about the series to know like is it like what's the new game about? I don't understand what it's about. And maybe that's because I don't know like what's happening in Final Fantasy universe lore-wise, or like is there something I'm missing, or is it like a complete I don't like what's happening? What is happening, chat? Please explain it to me. I was pumped about Resident Evil. I don't know what the hell's happening in Resident Evil outside of Ethan's back in it and Chris Redfield's beefy and thicker than ever. But verbiage. Yeah, no. Can someone explain Final Fantasy 16? Should I be pumped about this? Because it looks cool, but I have no idea what the hell is happening. Like, is it just like a beat 'em up, run around? Like, I don't know. I was confused by the gameplay, but that's just because I don't play enough of the Final Fantasies. Hopefully, someone in chat knows the answer to all of this. Anyways, our draft will round things out in just a second with the Orphée, and that'll be our draft for our next game, Towers of Doom, because lobby remakes stuff. All right. Good evening, Rob Christie. How you doing, bud? How's your evening going, my friend? It's a Final Fantasy game. You never know what's happening until about 80% in. Okay. So my big question is it linked to the other Final Fantasy games? I don't know. Like, does the Final Fantasy like? Because like Final Fantasy 7 and Final Fantasy 9 are not linked whatsoever, and neither is 8 from my understanding. But there's like common motifs when it comes to like maybe materia or like some of the summons. Like, is it basically that? Like, because there was like a big deal, like Ifrit came out and they were like, oh my god, it's Ifrit, and I was just like, hell yeah. Haven't seen the new game yet. Most of the Final Fantasy series is completely different from one another. Okay. It's being produced by Yoshida from Final Fantasy 14, which means it'll likely be very enjoyable. All right, then I'll have to pre-order it. Stream did happen for reasons. I'm glad. I'm glad to join you tonight. Well, thanks for joining. Let's get into game, everybody. On the left-hand side, we got the members of Clouded Minds up 1 in our best of 3 series. Tetra will be on the Zool. Star Knight will be on that Deckard Cain. Ruffian will be on the Orphea, or for Kagiri. Or Faye. Trill is going to be on the Sylvanas, and we have Casey Court on the Diablo. On the right-hand side, we got the members of the 9 Avatara trying to take us to a game number 3. Mara Harba will be on the Thrall. Salty's going to be on that Chromie. Zach will be on the Uther. We have Peanut Butter on the Blaze, and we have Universe on the ETC. Let's get into level 1s and first engagement for our mid lane. Firestomp's coming out, just a little bit of poke here and there, but no one is going to be getting picked off just yet. I was going to say Mr. Universe. Universe is going to be just pushed around a little bit. Peanut Butter, I think, got the overpower, and just a face melt into the wall into KC Court. Looks like Zool and Thrall will go off into the top lane. Thrall is going to be monetized at level 1. Excuse me, Rolling Thunder, monetized level 4. Rolling Thunder is going to be something that I've seen a lot of the Thralls go into for these 1v1 potentials, but usually they're into higher health pool heroes like Deathwing. Deathwing is often when I've actually been seeing the Rolling Thunder, sorry, I was trying not to look at the name. The Rolling Thunder value is just really, really big into those higher health pool heroes like said Deathwing, as that's going to be a pause from 1. Let's get back into this, as it looks like there's a DC from 1 player. Let's see. We are on Central, so there's at least that. So, DC from 1 player. We'll get back into it in a second. They're not linked except for Final Fantasy 13, 13.1, and 13.2. Those are all the same Final Fantasy 13 universe, which title usually completely different world, but hopefully without a... Okay, oh, okay, cool, cool, cool. So... Oh. Anyways, all right. Okay, I'm just gonna. Okay. I thought I pushed the right button. Alrighty, everybody. I think I actually hit duo twice. Regardless, sorry. Tonight's the night, everybody. Tetra, I think, used the Gladiator's Medallion right there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's Gladiator's Medallion used into Mara Haba. I think they're just trying to sustain the fight and just trying to push face, but they don't have enough talents, or at least they don't have the talents to be able to really just Spectral Scythe. Oh, not Spectral Scythe. Curse Strikes into that 1v1 just yet, but I think once they have level 7, that 1v1's really easy for the Zool. We are going to be seeing both of the Sapper camps being grabbed right there, and there'll be pressure into the bottom lane. Casey Court is just going to back off as the sand will fall from the sky for Chromie. They are going to be the Deep Breathing at level 1, which was nerfed a little bit in the most recent patch. I believe the increased damage by 1% was reduced. It was 1.5 and it was reduced to 1%, so a little bit less on that. Mobius Loop at level 5 for them, or level 7 standard is going to be was nerfed as well, but I believe the slow from the center was nerfed mostly. I think that was it from that one, as 4 talent tier was hit by the members of our blue team Clouded Minds. Universe just power slides away. Peanut Butter taking quite a bit of damage. Universe actually going to be locked in. Shadow Charge from Casey Court onto Zach as they find the ETC kill. First blood in favor for the members of Clouded Minds. Salty is going to be just trying to walk out of here, and the Fire Stomp just gets a little bit of damage onto their butt. Meanwhile, Tetcher in top lane will be clearing things out. We have the Marahaba in mid pushing things back as well. They went into the Feral Resilience at level 4. Just want to quickly look at that because I don't feel like I see it often. Heroes damaged by Feral Spirit grant 3 stacks of Frost Wolf Resilience and 2 stacks of Feral Resilience, granting 50 physical armor against the next incoming hero basic attack. Stacks are consumed on the next cast of Feral Spirit. X2 is a direct sequel of X as well. Okay. Because yeah, that was the thing. Like they had a couple of those moments, or a couple of those games. Sorry about that, everybody. I know we're talking about Final Fantasy. We should be talking about game, but they had a couple of those games where like there was a couple Final Fantasies that released like that, and there was a lot of the online stuff which like I'm not into. That's just me. I can't get into. It's hard for me to sink time into those games. Nothing against him, just I just can't. I don't know why. Either way, so I was confused. I was like, is this an RPG? Is this an online game? What's the angle on this? Like, I just don't know, because I never know with Final Fantasy these days. Anyways, back into Heroes of the Storm. Tetra's still holding over top lane. Looks like I don't know if they were actually doing double soak. I might have missed the rotation in the mid if they did, but the experience is still showing like oh, here, we can actually just go ahead and peek at the experience really quickly. Zool with 5k experience. Yeah, I think they're doing some quick double rotations for them. While they see the enemy team in mid right now, we can actually jump onto the vision for the blue team. While they saw the mid for a split second, they're just going to go ahead and open things up in bottom lane with that Sylvanas with the black arrows. They actually have a sliver of health left on this one tower, 81 health left there, but they saw Universe coming in for this flank, and they're a little worried. There's going to be just a bit of a... they throw out the... not Hammer of Justice, I can't actually remember off the top of my head, but either way, they throw out their W. Nope, that's wrong. Anyways, they're gonna dive onto this, onto the Uther, and they're gonna find the kill right there, as this will be Salty finishing out their level 1 deep breathing stacks, but they find the ETC kill as well on the side of Clouded Minds as the chomp comes through from Orphea, finding a double kill in their favor. I'm like blanking on the talent name, and it's driving me absolutely insane. Holy Radiance, there we go. Dinner with Stacy, sorry Baja, no picks, that's okay. It pretty much comes down to looking at trailers and previews. One, do you like the style of the game, characters, battle? See, that's the thing though, like the trailer doesn't give me enough to know, so I guess I'm also trying to judge things way too early without knowing enough facts, so I guess I'll have to just wait for more to come out, but it looks interesting. That's my whole point in the end. Seems like, I don't know, I played Final Fantasy VII Remake and I'm invested in Final Fantasy again. That's a lot of damage on the throw, who will go down. Trill had the channel, and that is going to be 5 shots raining in favor for the members of Clouded Minds as Universe gets the power slide out. There's going to be an overpower onto them once again. Body blocking from Diablo is pretty good, but not good enough to find them the kill. Tetra rotates over, gonna go ahead and just lock down this camp. Sylvanas able to use those black arrow value. You can actually see the little black wings around them popping up, and that's when you know that the trait is activated or currently being used. Bell tower and bottom lane being converted back over, but they want to stop that immediately, so Casey Court and friends step into the Salty is going to be overpowered. They're going to be stuck underneath this tower, and they go down to the Orphea Shadow Waltz. They don't manage to get the bell tower itself, and the sappers will be fed in. This is also going to be Sylvanas with the Mercenary Queen. Stay a while and listen. Wow. 1, 2, 3 go over. Crushing Jaws. Apocalypse, Wailing Arrow. There's going to be Decker Kane finding... no, actually Orphea and Sylvanas finding the kill. The 1, 2, 3 punch right there was just... somebody in chat clip that, because that was so well done. Holy shit. I'm sorry, I'm watching this back. Like, stay a while. Crushing Jaws. Apocalypse. Wailing Arrow. Holy crap, Clouded Mind. Like, would you all use Visine before the game or something? I don't know. That's wild to me. They just saw that so clearly. Blew my mind away, sorry. I have not seen a Wombo so layered, like so well layered in so long. Like, if that's not on Nexus Edge, you're doing your job wrong. Sorry. Zool in mid lane is going to get caught out. They're going to go down. This will be 1 bell tower converted over. Excuse me, not converted over. This will be 1 bell tower channeled in their favor. The conversion of the bell tower will be Sylvanas' attempt. Now, this is Mercenary Queen, but they're actually going to walk far enough away where they lose the Mercenary Queen value, so that won't actually get the increased damage, because I believe it does affect them in the damage they deal to the towers. They managed to get the channel in the lower half of the map. That's going to be Cleanse and Amara Haba. They utilize the Gladiator's Medallion right there, if I'm not mistaken. It's kind of got, at least from the way that I'm seeing it right now, at least in my colorblind mode, it seems kind of like a purplish, pinkish sort of deal, whereas normally the cleanse is kind of bluish, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, a little bit of poke here and there. Commandeer Odin coming out. Casey Court dove in. There's going to be the Crushing Jaws pulling them in. Wailing Arrow came out from Sylvanas. Divine Storm from the Uther. There's going to be the Apocalypse from the Diablo, as well as they find the kill onto the Tychus. Trail so very low. Zool pops the Poison Nova as they find the Uther kill, who's got some Ghost Heal to a couple members, but Salty is going to die to the damage over time. They do lose their Sylvanas, but they end up taking 5 kills, and realistically, Deckard, you hold this and you convert bottom lane over and you get 5 shots. Either way, the death timers are still kind of low, so maybe they don't want to risk that. Regardless, they will be able to get this bell tower converted over, and then they can split off and grab the sappers just above them. Baja, are you excited by the additional ad revenue you'll generate from the automatic midstream ads? My response to Twitch in that was, as a caster of a video game, don't do this, it's a bad idea. I don't want to force any of my viewers to have to spend money on something that they should be able to view for free. So there's my opinion on it, Twitch. It's stupid. You're trying to make money off of everyone and claiming that it's a good idea. Stop it. Just stop. Like, we see through it. It's so clear, like, what you're doing. Like, everybody's saying no, and you're just like, we're gonna try it out. I would put a solid $20 down that Co-Carnage, if they asked them about this as one of the Twitch ambassadors, probably said that's a dumb idea, don't do it. And they still said, you know what, Co? We're still gonna do it. We're still gonna test it out. I'm sorry, it's just dumb. Like, I don't know how you could look at that and be like, this is a good idea. But then again, sorry, Twitch, you have a lot of those moments. Stop it, get some help, yes! Here's the thing, if I want to run an ad, I'll push the button to run an ad. And I won't, because I don't want to force my viewers to buy subscriptions. That's not why I stream. I don't stream to make money. I stream to create content and have a wonderful place to talk about Heroes of the Storm and have a good time. And shame teams when they make us redo lobbies. That's about it, though. Mid lane tower getting converted, bottom lane back over as well, but they get top lane in their favor. Now, here's the thing. They spent way too long going for that, and this is also going to be, Towers of Doom has permavision around the objective, so they knew that Uther was down there getting that channel, so they're like, screw it. We'll take the 3 shots, but we're going to get 4 ourselves. I'm sorry, I'm still reeling over the wombo in bottom lane. I'm still just chef kiss, Pacha, all of the compliments. Shame teams with deodorant ads? No, I think we'll only get those for like fighting competition streams. Oh wait, we don't get those anymore because public things don't happen. I don't know, I think that was always the meme. I miss Mixer. Oh god. I miss Mixer. Oh, I actually feel like I feel bad about all the people that probably found out about their job firing the same way people did in HGC, as that's going to be the Commandeer Odin coming down, which will mitigate the Apocalypse value, but they still take the damage. That's going to be a stay while and Poison Nova out from the Zul, as there's going to be a Divine Storm out from Zac. They end up going down. Crushing Jaws will pull Universe back in, and they find a triple kill. Chasing on in further. This is going to be the Uther doing their best to heal out the friendly members. Peanut Butter is going to dash back into the enemy side. That's going to be an overpower into the root, but Stasis will be there. They try and chomp. They're trying to throw everything onto Chromie, and Salty still goes down. Sylvanas grabbing the camp to feed in more sappers through bottom lane, as this will be bottom lane bell tower converted. They could look for a mid lane bell tower as well, which would start the barrage, but they still have to siege through all that. And actually, seems like they're going to leave Zul down here. No, they're all going to just group up and go for mid. How you doing, Looney Tune? 17 to 14 in our levels. Peanut Butter dashes back. KC Court is Tetchers. Someone's anchoring. Someone's tanking shots. Yeah, Tetchers actually tanking shots right there as they're just cleaving through with the Curse Strike Sundering coming out from the Thrall. Mara Haba is just trying to back off as they're very low. Chomp coming out from Orphea, but it's a little too early. There's the mosh pit from ETC. It's going to be interrupted or canceled. I actually don't know what canceled that because I don't feel like there was anything that would have done that. KC Court is just tanking shots as they almost get the bell tower converted before they go down. Zul goes ahead and gets the channel, and this will be Barrage coming out plus the 7 shots. So this right here is 8 total. They need 1 extra shot, which I actually think is just following. That's going to be game going over the side of Clouded Minds. GG. Well played.